Hi there and welcome to Good Enough Scenery. Behind me we have my brand new board. It is not finished, but it's in a state where I'm actually able to tell you all of the different features. I'm coming up with new ideas all of the time, but I couldn't wait a day longer to start telling you more about what's been going on. If you've seen the photos that I've been posting, then you've been getting an idea of what it's all about, but there's so much more than what you've seen. Let's get into why I am so excited about this. So, as you would expect with one of my modular boards, it's quite simply a case of going, well actually, I'd rather this piece here was over here, and this piece here was over here. And whilst that's not the biggest change, it gives you a slightly different setup. Higher area here, this is split into two pieces, and with the brickwork pattern that I set up, I tried to make the seam as invisible as possible. And then there's a big section there, so that can be replaceable with a different bit of modular scenery. That's right, within all of the different tiles that we've got here, there is the ability to change around the modular pieces. So for example, like this. So rather than having a central statue there, I just put a few of the kind of ruined building places and you've got a completely different central objective. Now this piece here fits up perfectly the same height as the one at the back over there. So you can have them together like we have them here, but you don't have to have it like that. So you can, if you like, have this turned around like this. I put brick detail on the back of this, and then it's just a case of a couple of little staircases. Maybe that's one's a little small, but there will be staircases so that there can be access to this side of this, rather than it feeling like it has to be next to the one that it matches up with. Also, there are going to be bridges that go between different height areas. So a little later on, I will be making a bridge which spans this gap or diagonal gaps, so that you can have even more modularity, even more setups. But there's still more. This is supposed to be Osgiliath. Now, Osgiliath had a river running through the centre of it, and that caused a lot of the areas of the city to be flooded. So we had to have a flooded city as well. So these modules here, they aren't just irreplaceable or replaceable with each other, but you can also remove them entirely and have nothing at all. That's right, every single one of these has a resin core inside of it, which means you have flooded areas of the city. And if you're thinking, hang on a minute, that doesn't look quite right like that, well, you're probably right. That's why there are ruins which have parts of the thing missing. There are floor pieces which have bits missing from them as well, so you can make half flooded bits. So these bits can just have a little tile in it like that, or a little tile in it like that, or a slightly bigger tile like that, so that we have areas which are open ground but are also flooded at the same time. And that is across the entire board. So there, and here. Oh, let me show you about this one here. So this one here joins up with another one that has a central piece missing. So if you want to, you can have open area, and you can have this located dead center. At the moment, there's still the dams up, so I can't put it all the way in, but this could be open area with ruins. Or it could be a completely ruined area that's got a broken old water feature as the central thing. So I'm going to have modularity in terms of which tile goes where. I'm going to have modularity in terms of whether it's open ground or not open ground. I'm going to have modularity in terms of how much water there's going to be. So to be honest, I think this could be the most modular board ever created. That's something to say. Certainly the most modular one that I've ever created. So a lot to do, a lot of fun to be had, a lot of games to be played, and let me show you something that I'm really excited about. So with certain boards, with how it's set up, we're going to have some really tight skirmish style city setup. So lots of bottlenecks, lots of tight areas, lots of very difficult to make tactical decisions. We've got to make a whole load more buildings, so I've got the option of all sorts of different things to be, all sorts of different scenarios. Lots of big terrain, lots of smaller terrain, lots of rubble piles. Honestly, can't wait to show you this finished, but hopefully you've got a really good idea of what it's all about now. The idea of an Osgiliath themed board, which was modular, has been brewing around in my head for, I don't know, best part of a year. I've tried all sorts of designs on paper, none of it made sense, and then something clicked, and now we have what we have here going on. Obviously, there is a long way to go with it. It's going to be a little while until it's a kind of finished product, but it's certainly playable on now with a little bit of imagination and a tiny bit more scenery. But I want to know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of this board. What do you think about the different modularity options? What do you think about the flooded bits? What do you think of what it looks like? If you want to support the channel and support the projects that I make, then please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell so that you know when new videos come along. The more views that you have on my videos, the easier it is for me to do these projects, so at the moment I actually lose money by making this stuff rather than make it. And that's not the best idea. Oh, and let me remind you of something. I will be giving away my Gondor mansion when I hit 4,000 subscribers. I'm around 3,200 at the moment, so a little way to go. But at 4,000, I will be giving this away. So, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe. Let's get to 4,000. Let's make someone today by giving them this.